Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm Jean and I'm so excited to have you guys back. And if you're new here, welcome and thank you for choosing to watch this video. So for today, we're going to talk about your future spouse. In particular, we're going to ask the cards, what is your first impression once you see them? So this covers literally just the first encounter. It doesn't necessarily mean that that is their actual character. It's really more on your first impression with them. So we're going to explore what were the circumstances happening, what were some of the things that were there, and then your first impression to them, as a person, and also your first impression to them as a potential romance partner. So for today, I've prepared 3 piles for you guys to choose from. So we have here pile number 1, which is the Opal group. And then we have pile number 2 with the Angel or Quartz. And then we have pile number 3 with the Amethyst. So you can choose based on the crystals, or you can also choose based on the tarot cards underneath the crystals. And then when you guys are ready, let's get started with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the lovely Opal crystal, this reading is for you. So we're going to start the reading with fortune leaf cards. We're going to see what were these circumstances happening, or what were some of the things, events happening when you meet your future spouse. And then for your first card, we have a month. I've drew a month for the first card, and we have February. So February could be a significant event in your relationship. Now this could be a birthday, this could be his birthday, or this could be the month that you meet, or your actual wedding with your future spouse, or just something significant. But then also for this reading, I'm feeling that it also has something to do with Aquarius, an Aquarius energy. So something a bit confusing. Okay, not that to say that the Aquarius energy is confusing, but there's actually a lot of things happening, a lot of flamboyance, a lot of events. It's eventful when you first meet your future spouse. And then you have your basket, recognition or reward for merit. There you go. And then for your next card, you have cat, a two-faced friend. So yeah, two-faced, and then Aquarius, a balance. We also have a cat, and then you have a rat. Someone working against you or behind your back. And then you have next, dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Okay, so pile number 1. What were the circumstances when you meet your future spouse? And in here, I'm seeing like pretty much like the Aquarius energy. I'm seeing a lot of events. Now, in particular, with the basket appearing in your reading, you could be meeting them in a work party. This may be someone that you know from work. I'm feeling that for some of you. And for some of you, it's just a party, not a work party, but in a party. Yeah. So we have the Aquarius energy. It's a party. Okay. And it's it's a fun kind of party. Now, I'm also seeing abundance with the basket. So, in this party, there could be a lot of things. There could be a lot of food. There could be a lot of drinks, or there could be a lot of both drinks and food. Like, there's an abundance of some sort. Okay, or it could be, food, drinks, or maybe the venue is posh. It could be set in a really, really nice place. This could be where everyone is well dressed. Everyone looks their best, everyone looks pretty. There's abundance everywhere, whether in the food that was served, whether in the venue, or even with the people attending the party itself, with the crowd. There's a lot of abundance and beauty happening and going on. And then you have your cat, two-faced friend, and then followed by the rat. So there's a chase going on. And I'm seeing here, okay, I'm saying here that, not that you're particularly involved with it, but when you do meet your future spouse, it's kind of like a complicated kind of situation. This is something wherein there's a third party situation involved. Okay, so it could be that your future spouse is currently in a sticky, not just a third, but in a sticky third party situation. Now, for some of you, it may not be the case. It could be a case, rather, of your future spouse being single and them being involved with a lot of women. Okay, sorry, let me pause. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, going back. Yeah, this person, if it's not in a committed relationship, he can be involved with a lot of women. I'm actually, seeing that as a possibility, like a big possibility for most of you. It could be that he casually dates around, or he just casually hooks up, and then, because he's not committed, he tends to, date more than one woman at the same time. Oh, and then we have the dark woman. So I'm seeing that when you do meet, there's going to be a dark woman involved. Now, the card says that the complexion could be dark, or it could be the hair that's dark, or because for some of you it's going to be in a party, you know, there's going to be some darkness involved. Now, this could just signify the evening, or, I'm also hearing the possibility that for some of you, some women is seeing dark. Like, it's also possible that when you do meet your future spouse, you're going to see an angry woman. Like, there's an angry woman involved. Now, it could be that that woman is directly related to your future spouse, or it could be that there's a random dark woman, okay, joining or hanging around the party that both caught your attention and in a weird way, or in some random way, brought you two together. Yeah, so really a lot of flamboyance happening, a lot of events. Alright, now let's see. For the next two parts, we're going to check what is your actual first impression as a person, and then, will you make a move towards them, or will you consider them as a partner? And then for your tarot, we have the Two of Pentacles. We also have the Star. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So for the impression of your that you have, rather, on your future spouse, I'm seeing that with the Two of Pentacles, given the situation of, or the circumstances of how you met them, naturally you would think that they're an unstable person or immature, but again, this may not actually reflect their actual situation. This could be just a pure first impression. Now, in here, okay, for the first part, this is having little to no contact with them at all. So everything that you know about them at this point is surface level. So literally just what you see. And with the Two of Pentacles, I'm seeing that, they're giving you that impression that they're actually not stable enough to handle a relationship, or, their maturity level for it is not enough for them to handle a committed relationship. And then, also, what's interesting is that we have the Star and the Queen of Pentacles combined, sitting beside each other. Now, I'm seeing that for most of you, your future spouse may be someone who is younger than you. Okay, but with the Star appearing here, so they're younger than you. Most probably why you think they're immature, because by age, they're younger, or it could be, a case of a mental age. It could be that you guys are the same age, or he's a little bit older than you, but then you still think that he has a lot of growing up to do. But another message that I'm seeing with the Star is that you also find this person attractive. For Faerie and the star is the Aquarius card. Okay, so yeah, most probably this is also happening at night. Yeah, it is a night thing for you guys. What else am I seeing? Yeah, so even though you think that this person may be a little immature, okay, I'm also seeing that still you find them attractive. Now this could be physical attraction, pure physical attraction, or this could also be that you actually find some charm in them. You can feel their charm, like you may still be talking on a first day kind of talking with a stranger kind of thing, but even so you can already tell that there's something special in them. That's not just about their looks. There's really something about them at all. And then Queen of Pentacles. Well, Queen of Pentacles is pretty much like a confirmation card saying that there is some sort of gap between the two of you. Again, this could be gap in age or gap in EQ, in maturity level. But another thing that I'm seeing here is that with the Queen of Pentacles, you can actually see yourself in some way. Okay, being an not elder, being a senior with this person. Okay, you can actually, in a way, you can see yourself, still being with this person, but not as a lover. Like, you can consider yourself being friends with this person. And you know that, there's this thing that you're actually kind of looking forward to see them again. So, yeah, you would like to mentor them. You feel like you could teach them a lot of things. And the Queen of Pentacles appearing in your reading is also saying that slowly, as the days go by, as you spend more time with this person, you're going to actually start to grow fond of them. Now, this is not necessarily fond again romantically, but on the first day, on your first impression with them, you're going to think that no, this person's fun. Like, even though they have this thing with their own personal life and their romance, like, I don't mind spending time with them. They're actually pretty fun to be with. And then for your last card, pile number 1, we have the free yourself. Now, this answers the question: will you actually, on the first day at least, on the first day to meet them, based on the first impression that you have, will you actually consider, making a move or accepting an invite, okay, to take things further with them on the first day? And free yourself is giving us the message that, well, at least on your first meeting, you would like to, no, reconsider, if ever. Like, on the first day, you already see these things happening, and definitely you don't want to involve yourself with these things. Like, yeah, I would like to be with him as a friend and all, but that's just it. You really don't think of it as much. You really didn't think of it as something that's marriage material or relationship material. At least for you, this is just something that's, nah, I'm okay, I'm not gonna fall for this guy and all. It's just a pure fun platonic relationship. Okay, so thank you so much, pile number 1. That's the ends our reading for today. And thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully I get to see you on the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Angel Aura Quartz, this reading is for you. So, we're going to start off with the Fortune Tea Leaf cards. We're going to see what else was happening, what were the circumstances when you meet your future spouse. And then for the month, we have here May. Okay, so May could signify excuse me, May could signify, the actual month that you two will meet. This could be a month wherein you've decided to make things official, or it could be a birth month for you or your future spouse, or the month that you will actually tie the knot. But for this particular reading, I'm also seeing Taurus energy being prominent. So this talks about something, being sure, being headstrong, or being strong even at the first instance. Now let's move along further with your reading. Oops, almost dropped the card. And then we have here Fairman. Okay, that cannot be more direct. Fairman, dealing with or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay. And then we have here haystack. Karma. You will reap what you have sown. Okay. And then for your next card, we have dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. And then we also have kangaroo. Unsettled times need to plan ahead. Oh, okay. Alright, pile number 2. What were the circumstances when you meet your future spouse? So what I'm seeing here is that, well, there's nature and animals involved. Like, a lot of it, like, strongly involved with it when you do meet. Now, with kangaroo here, I'm seeing that, for some of you, this could be happening in Australia, or this would be with someone involving, someone involved is Australian or is strongly connected with Australian, could be that. But another thing that I'm also seeing is that for you, pile number 2, with the involvement of nature and animals, this could be happening in a zoo, or it could also be in a park. It could be in a safari, or it could also be happening in a farm, or it could be happening in a country. Okay, so either way, there's there's nature, okay, greens I'm seeing, and animals. Okay, could be that, it could, for some it could be that you were just walking in the park and taking your dog out for a walk, and then your future spouse was also carrying a dog, or they could be carrying another animal, another pet, where you going, where you both were going. And with the kangaroo here, I'm also seeing that when you do meet your future spouse, this is going to be like in a very unlikely place, or the timing is very unlikely, not the kind of best time or place where you think you'd meet someone. And so it's interesting. Okay, so it's very particular that there are these things involved, and then the timing and the place is quite not, maybe not romantic is what it's saying, but nonetheless. Okay, what I'm also seeing is that when you do meet your future spouse, there's going to be an instant attraction happening. Like when you do see him, you're instantly going to have, some sort of crush on him. Like you're going to, like, if in a physical sense, like you're going to like, him the first time that you see him. Now let's go with the with the impression, your first impression with him using the tarot. Now we have here the 9 of Swords. We also have the Judgment card in reverse, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. Oh, another Taurus energy, King of Pentacles. Alright, so for the first impression that you'll have with him, actually the first thing that you'll think when you do meet your future spouse is that he's unavailable. Okay, it could be that, or it could be that you really find him attractive, but it's just like he's either not noticing you, or at first he's not paying attention, or you'd think that because he's attractive, you'd get this impression that he may already be with someone, like he's not single by the time that you guys meet. Or it could be that for some of you, I'm hearing the message that you wouldn't really think that this kind of guy would notice someone, okay, notice you at first. Or for some of you, it could also be a case that you think this guy is unavailable in an emotional sense. You think that he is someone who doesn't take relationships seriously. You think that he's a playboy. Yeah, you think, for some of you, and for most of you actually, I'm seeing that when you do see this guy, one of the first impressions that you'll have is that you think that he's a heartbreaker. You think that this is kind of, I'm hearing the word mistake. The first impression that you have with him when you see him is that, oh no, this is gonna be my first or next mistake. Okay, so yeah, like this person is really attractive, really charming. And then with the judgment card being here, so this is actually interesting because you have this lots of things going on in your head when you see him. And then with the judgment being in your first, it's saying that some of it are wrong. In particular, some of the negative things that you're thinking about the instant connection. So, well, in particular, first, it's not true that they don't notice you. Okay, so they actually do, and you will know because when you do meet each other, when you do have this interaction with each other, he's going to drop little bits of hints. He's going to give you a mixed signal on your first, okay, this is on your first day of meeting each other. You're going to feel like he's trying to find a way to catch your attention. And then when that does happen, when you're already excuse me, when you're already both interacting with each other, so there's going to be a time that he or she, or you or he will him sorry will do some bit of effort, and then you're going to connect somehow, in spite of everything that's happening, in spite of quite the weird circumstances happening, the unlikeliness of things happening, you both will be connected with each other, like you're going to connect. And when you do, the King of Pentacles here is saying that you will start to like him more. You would think that a lot of things, like you have a lot of things in common. That's the first thing that I'm hearing. Or that once you do get to meet him further, once you get to talk to him further, you're going to feel like this is someone that you would actually want to spend time with. And because the connection is instant, your attraction to him is going to go deeper than his looks. When you do see him, or when you talk to him, you're going to be more attracted to him, but this time you're also going to appreciate his other qualities. Like for instance, you're going to discover some talents about him that will really impress you. Or it could be that when you do talk to him, you're going to realize that you have a lot of things in common. And at the same time, like, he's a really great conversationalist. Like, if you never get bored talking to him, and he feels the same way about you. Like, you both of you interact well. You both keep the conversation going. You both keep things interesting. I'm also hearing humor. So both of you are going to share the same kind of humor style, not just talking about something deep. You can also switch from having a deep conversation to having a light humorous conversation. And I'm seeing that for some of you, when you do actually meet this person, you're going to have this feel like even though you just met a couple of hours ago or just a few days ago, you're going to have this feeling like you've known each other for a long time already. Okay. And so the King of Pentacles here is saying that okay, the king of sorry, got a little bit mental block. The King of Pentacles here is saying that the connection is stable, but things will still be taken slowly. Like that it's there, but you'd still like to give things a little bit more time. And then the next card that we have is You Deserve Love. So this one is giving us or answering us the question. So, what if he does make a move on you? Okay, what is your first impression about him this time as a lover or as a partner? And with all things considered, with all things said, so definitely, you would consider going out with him. You deserve love. So you're also going to have this feel like he's very, very different from the guys that you've met or from the guys that you've dated before. Because the instant attraction starts off from something physical to something intellectual until eventually he's going to leave it that impression that this could be it. This could be the connection, the partnership, the love that I've been seeking for, that I've been looking for a long time. Alright, so thank you. File number 2, that would end our reading. Thank you so much for sticking around, for watching up until this point. And I hope you like it. And also, I hope that I get to see you guys on the next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. If you chosen the Amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. So we're going to start off with the fortune tea leaf cards to see what were the circumstances when you meet your future spouse. And then for your first card, I've picked out a month and it's April. So April could signify a birth date. This could be your birth month. This could be your future spouse birth month. This could be the month where you guys meet. Or this could be a month where you turn things official or your first date. This could even be your actual wedding date. So whatever the case is, April could be a significant month for you. But also for this reading, I am feeling an Aries energy coming in. Now, let's see the rest of your cards. What were the circumstances? And then for your next card, we have Elephant. A long journey, or either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. And then for your next card, we have Reed, sorrow over a loss. Okay, just cards. There you go. And then next we have woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. And then we also have parrot. Someone will gossip about all of your secrets. Okay, so pile number 3. What I'm seeing here is that when you meet your future spouse, they are going to come in from some journey of some sorts. Now, I'm seeing that for some of you it's physical, and then for some of you it's an emotional journey. Now, if it's an emotional journey, your future spouse could have just gotten out of a relationship. From some of you, I'm feeling that you might be meeting them at a funeral. Yeah, very unlikely place to meet your future spouse, but there's a possibility that could happen for some of you. And for some of you, I'm also seeing that it's a physical kind of journey. Like when you do meet your future spouse, they're gonna be very tired. Okay, so that's another thing. They're going to be exhausted when you meet them. I'm hearing a very particular message that for some of you, you will meet them during a time wherein, 1, they miss their bus. Okay, or 2, they're trying to get a ride. Not necessarily just a bus, but they're trying to get into some sort of transportation. This could be a plane, this could be a bus, this could be a cab, or an Uber, but nonetheless, they were they were hoping to get a ride someplace and then they miss it. Okay, so sorrow is indicating that whether the journey was physical or the journey was emotional for them, there was something that they miss. Now, for some of you, I'm also seeing that if you guys like to join marathons, it could be that you guys will meet in a marathon, and then unfortunately one or the other lost at that competition, and there's an exhausting, there's a long journey involved with your meeting, and then there's a loss of some sort. And then woman here, I'm seeing that there's also a woman involved on the first day that you meet. Now this could be the woman that was lost, okay, during, well, if it's an emotional journey. It could also be that, it could be a woman, let's say, that had something to do with a physical journey. Like for some of you, let's say, for instance, it was the physical kind of journey. It could be that this woman has caused the delay, of your future spouse or your own transportation. Could be that this was someone from the airport or someone who was a rider from that mode of transportation, and if for some reason they didn't let you or your future spouse in to that mode of transportation, therefore making him or you lose a ride. Okay, so there's a woman involved with the loss that is happening here. For Parrot, what I'm seeing is that when you guys meet, there's actually a lot of noise involved. There's a lot of people talking all at the same time. They could be strangers, but then this is more pertaining to a noise. Like there's a lot of noise going on, like a lot of noise happening when you do meet. Now for some of you, I'm seeing that when you do meet, it's definitely in a public place, like in a very very public place, and then you tell your friend that you kind of like this person, you kind of attracted this person, and then that friend that friend would be not really telling the person, although it could be the case. Like your friend could be going up to your future spouse and then telling him or her right away that, hey, my friend likes you, okay, my friend over there likes you. That could be also the case, especially if your woman is a friend who likes to help you around in that way, in terms of meeting a person, kind of like a wing woman involved. So yes, so there's a specific scenario going on when you meet. Now this time, let's go to the tarot, asking about the circumstances happening or your actual first impression. And then we have here death or rebirth. We also have Page of Wands. And then we have the Strength card. Okay, so alright. Okay, now remember, sorry, by the start of the reading, I've told you that there's this Aries energy involved in here, and from the looks of it, I'm seeing that when you do meet, there's some sort of aggression happening. Like, sorry, okay, like there's some sort of aggression happening, and this is something that is related to to the loss that happened. Now it could be that when you do meet, the person or your future spouse could be ranting, or could be sharing his or her experience about breaking up with someone, or it could be that they were airing their frustration, their their grief, if it's if it's a passing of a loved one, or if it's a passing of someone, if that's where you guys meet. It could be that they're airing their concerns, their grievances, their sadness. And then if it's a physical journey, this is mostly redirected to the anger, the reaction towards losing that convenience. Okay, so there's some sort of inconvenience involved. Okay, and then one thing that could come up in your conversation with your future spouse is that they will start to mention that they were looking for something, but then again they didn't find it. That's going to be part of the actual first conversation that you'll have with them. And then also I'm seeing that because of this hostility, because of this grievances, because of these negative emotions, whatever the case would be, because of these negative emotions happening. Okay, I'm seeing that at first you won't feel as much comfortable being with him. You're seeing these things the first time that you meet this person, your future spouse. There's these things involved, and there's going to be some sort of discomfort happening. But the Page of Wands being beside the Death card is saying that this will pass. Okay, when things have calmed down and all, you will start to feel a little bit more comfortable than you were at first. So there's going to be a calmer time in your first instance. And then after which the Strength card is saying that you're going to find this person strong. That's that. Okay, you're going to have this first impression that they have a strong personality. Okay, regardless if the involvement or the circumstance was more on a physical or on a emotional level, if they do share some things about how they handle things, you're going to find it impressive that they are handling things very well. Or if it's a physical, you're going to be impressed by your own physical strength. And it could also be that you're going to be impressed with how they strategize the loss, or how they handle the inconvenience that they are experiencing. So later on, okay, as you go along interacting, meeting your future spouse, you're going to find that this person is a strong character. They have a strong there's this word, there's this strong you're either going to find that they're strong in a sense that could either be resilient, or it could be physical, or it could be mental strong, like intellectually strong. So whatever the case is, you're going to have this strong impression in them, and that's where the interaction will start. Now let's go to the next card. Okay, so what will your next impression will be towards them in terms of romance? Okay, or will you actually consider going out with them on the first day? And you have here let go of control issues, allowing the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so in here, what I'm seeing is that, well, for one, you're going to find them also controlling. Now, this could be circumstantial, but then for some of you, this could be that you do find them somewhat of a control freak. There's that thing, there's that energy rather surrounding your interaction with him. So for some, you're going to find the person a little bit controlling, or it could be that in terms of dating, you think that this person may have some control issues. And I'm also seeing another possibility is that you may have this impression that a relationship with them is a little bit toxic. Okay, so for some of you, you might want to you're considering at first to, stay away from it, or stray away from it at first, please. And for some of you, I'm also seeing that, you're not going to approach the situation headstrong. Like, they might, um I'm not seeing that's a possibility, but it's a small possibility that, there will be an actual showing of feelings instantly. But what I'm seeing here is that for most of you, you're going to consider, or you're going to want to approach the situation little by little. Okay, you want to take things further, little steps at a time. And it's kind of like you want to leave things up to destiny. Okay, you just wanna you don't want to think much about it. Like, you just want to see things unfold as they are. I'm hearing the phrase like, in this situation, when this does happen to you, you're gonna have this motto of what's meant to be will be, and therefore you're just gonna let things unfold as they are. Okay, and that ends our reading for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and hopefully I get to see you on the next video. Bye.